Out to a new update on the problems at a Fairdale apartment complex. Mold's been growing around the vents and electrical outlets we found at the crossing at South Park, causing some to move out over the issue. Other residents who continue living there say only Band-Aid solutions have been used so far and that the mold keeps on growing back. Well, after a sweeping inspection today, the Department of Codes and Regulations considers the complex clear of mold. Our Ian Hardwick went back to the complex today. He's been following the story. You've been looking into this really for the past month or so. How was this resolved today? Are you getting a clear picture or is it still up in the air?
There's still some testing that needs to be done to give this final all thumbs up that's going on here. Codes and regulations plus the health department has pointed to a faulty air conditioning system that's been causing high humidity levels. Now that system is nearly fixed, but these residents, their concerns are still out there.
Larissa Hines peeled back her brand new floorboards. She believed the black specks underneath were old mold, but now Codes and Regulations has cleared the complex. It's part of the department's sweeping inspection of the crossing at South Park Apartments after a litany of tenant complaints about recurring mold. However, last Thursday in a letter dated September 25th, an inspector said mold found throughout Hines' unit.
I love it here. I love my apartment, and it's like, I just want to be able to live in my apartment.
Well, I have the pictures and everything.
Public documents show residents reported mold to the city in July. The Marion Group owns the apartments. It has not tested for airborne mold. Hines paid for her own test, which showed abnormal levels. The Louisville-based development group tells us it will pay for its own tests, promising a resolution to the mold by the end of the month. Janasia Philpott believes the mold complicates her baby boy's breathing.
The man can't breathe.
Doctors released him from his breathing tube last Friday. Philpott called the hospital with renewed concern. They're waiting on test results, seeing if mold plays a part.
I went to my sister's house on Friday, because I didn't want to bring him back home so sudden, knowing that the problem is coming from the home. He came home yesterday, and his breathing's already messing back up.
The hospital told her to take her son back in. Philpott's photos show mold had been growing up her fridge, and she worries it will only grow back.
Codes and Regulations tells us that contractors were working on site today fixing the HVAC system that may have caused those previous mold issues.
So what explains the discrepancy? You brought it up in your story, the letter just last Thursday, just a few days ago, where they clearly said they found the mold, and now you're getting an all clear today, 4 days later. You've been talking to the residents. Did something miraculously happen in the last 4 days?
Nobody went inside of Miss Hines' unit over the weekend or anything like that. However, some final testing needs to be done on what those black specks were underneath the floorboards to fully make that determination on whether or not it was mold. So like I said at the top, we have that all clear thumbs up that we're still waiting on, and that all depends on the testing, which should be done maybe within the next couple of days.
Going to be interesting to find the final conclusion to this.
Absolutely. I mean, we've covered it for the past month, so I'm excited to see it.
That's right. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.